everyone, and welcome to Touch Base Thursday for January 24th. Gonna give everybody a little bit of a chance here to get on and for me to get myself making sure I'm live with all of you before I get started tonight. If you're out there and you're able to see me live, please comment, say hi, let me know that you're there, and then we'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. But I think I'm live. Yes, I am. Hi, Sharon. Sharon's the first one to say hi. I should start doing that. Maybe do a little bit of a prize for somebody who's the first one to pop on. I like that idea. Anyway, I'm excited to be going live with you all tonight. I have some really cute projects to share with you using the Beauty Abounds bundle that is in our Occasions catalog. For some of my new folks, hi Karen, hi Patty. For some of my new folks that might be joining me for the first time, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Kim Vogel, and I'm a demonstrator with Stampin Up in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. But I offer classes both locally here in my basement as well as online classes to go for long distance customers. I have card clubs, scrapbook clubs. I do Facebook Lives every Thursday, so you're in the right place to be able to watch those lives. And I also do YouTube videos, share inspiration, all kinds of fun stuff. I just love sharing Stampin' Up with everyone, and so I'm happy that you are here to, oh, my daughter popped on at her dance class. Hi, Izzy, Paige, and Natalie. So anyway, I'm just excited that you invest your time to watch me every week, and I hope that you find it valuable and that you're learning new things. If there are products that you see in the catalog that you would like me to showcase, please let me know. I'm all game for if I have it, I'd be happy to share it with you. So before we get started into the projects, I have a few announcements for you tonight. Most of you know the routine, and so those of you that are new, if you share my video, so just click the little share button down on the right hand side of where you're watching and share this video on your page, you get entered into a drawing to win free stuff. And the winners of my two prizes from last week, one prize is the crumb cake ribbon, and the winner of that is Nancy Petrie. So congratulations, Nancy. Nancy does not live local, so Nancy, this will be coming in the mail to you, and you should get that next week. And the other winner of our frosted flowers, and these frosted flowers are from a really awesome bundle called the Floral Romance in our Occasions catalog, and I love this. I'll be showcasing that bundle as well because I have it and I love it and can't wait to play with it. But the winner of these is Donna Fritz. So congratulations, Donna. And I know Donna is on her way to places warmer. So Donna, those will be in the mail to you. Hopefully you get them before you leave for Florida. I know you're leaving in about 8 to 9-ish days, something like that. Okay, up for grabs this week. So if you share my video this week, so just so you guys know, I use a random app, it's called, I forget what it's actually called, but it's an app for picking names randomly. And I put all your guys' names in there and I hit the spin button and it brings me up 2 names each time. And the winner of, the up for grabs this week, can't give these away yet, you have to share first, is the Very Vanilla Tulle Ribbon. So that's one of the items that one of you can win for next week. And the other item are some rhinestone jewels. And when you see my projects tonight, you'll understand why I chose the rhinestones, because they're on practically almost every single project that I'm going to be sharing with you. Couple of updates before we get started. I know most of you are on my email list. You've probably gotten an email regarding my event for cystic fibrosis. Every year I do a huge scrapbook event. We call it our Creative Escape, and it is for cystic fibrosis. All benefits go to CF. And the story behind that is I have a very good friend of mine from my church whose son was waiting for a lung transplant, and he ended up passing away waiting for that lung transplant. He was 26 years old, and so he passed away 6 years ago. And so her and I, she does all the kitchen work, I handle all the other stuff. We paired up and we do this fundraiser every year. It's the first weekend in March, Friday night, all day Saturday, and all of our proceeds go to CF. Last year we raised $3,300, and registration is going great this year. I have a lot of new faces. I'm so excited. Some of you that I haven't heard from yet that you might be wanting to come, but I only have about 15-ish spots left. So we have to cap it at 60. So if you're interested in going, please let me know as soon as possible, because otherwise we won't have space, which it just melts my heart to be able to say that, because it's been slowly kind of more new people come in and more new people come in, and it's so exciting that we're able to do something amazing for such a great cause. So there's an update on my cystic fibrosis event. Those of you that purchased my Butterfly Gala, it was my online class to go for the month of January. I'm so glad I picked that class in January, because I have a couple of announcements regarding some of those products for some of you. But I'm happy to say that I'm waiting on envelopes. All of the products have come, but someone, me, forgot to order envelopes. So I'm delayed a couple days getting those kits out to you guys. My envelopes should be here on Monday. I will get them out right away. I did not realize that I was short and running out of my white envelopes. So I apologize, but those will be coming. My daughter-in-law Nicole has them all ready, sorted, packed. We're waiting on envelopes, so they will be out shortly. So while I'm talking to you a little bit about the Butterfly Gala, I want to kind of let you guys know that people must have loved this product, because I'm going to actually bring it to the page and show you. Those of you that are in my club, or any of you that have ordered this from me, we made it before they went out on back order. But I wanted to let you guys know that this awesome punch, so it's the punch that punches out these butterflies, is on back order, and it will even be available to the beginning of April. It has been very whatsoever with that. And my son just tried to call me in the middle of my Facebook Live. So sorry about that if he popped on for a minute. He should know better. Anyway, so that punch is going to be on back order, so I apologize. Also, the Gingham Gala paper is on back order just till the middle of February. So if you're looking at wanting the Gingham Gala paper, you'll be able to get that sooner than you will the punch. So anyway, when Stampin' Up does their sales forecasting, they never really have a good idea of knowing how this stuff's going to sell. They do survey us demonstrators and say, is this something that you're going to promote? Is this something you would try to show your customers? And they kind of project their sales based on that. And sometimes things are just more popular than what they think. And so I know it can be frustrating, but I like to look at it as a good thing. It means that our company is thriving. It means that people are loving their products. And we have a whole amazing catalog of other things that you can pick from, that hopefully you get some inspiration from by watching Facebook Lives and things like that. So I just want to let you guys know that that's where that stuff is at. And the joining promotion is still going strong. I've had a handful of you that have taken advantage of that. So welcome to the team. I'm excited to have you guys. So the joining promotion is you get to pick $175 of product, and you only pay $99 plus tax, free shipping. So you get $76 for free. It's going on through March 31st. It's a great deal. Even if you do, I have a lot of people who are hobby demonstrators. So even if you just do the starter kit and you decide to put in your own orders, that's okay. You're going to save 20%. It's a good deal. Also, if you liked that bag that I've showed many times, we have a craft and carry tote. If you like that craft and carry tote, you can add that on as well. And then your starter kit would be $129 instead of $99. So you still get the $175, but it's $30 more to get the bag, which is a great deal as well, because when I bought the bag, I had to pay $50 for it. So anyway, good deal to get the bag. And so my number one question I get with that is, does that mean I can't come into your classes anymore? Or does that mean that I can't be part of your online stuff? Absolutely, you still can be. That does not mean that at all. So I view it as just a permanent discount for yourself on buying your own products. I would be sad, totally sad, if you guys decided to drop off the face of the earth just because you bought that starter kit. I love doing Stampin' Up and sharing it with everyone, and I wouldn't be doing my job as a demonstrator if I didn't share that discount with all of you. So that is kind of why when there's a good deal on it, you will see me promoting it like crazy, because I believe in a good deal, and it's a good deal. So any questions on that, let me know later. I'm going to be posting later this week, well, probably next week, because this is already late in the week, but I just did a video for my new online class for the month of February. I'm going to be using the Sweet Things bundle in the Occasions catalog, so we're focusing on birthdays. It's a 16 card Stamp-A-Stack. It includes some amazing products, and so that will be getting posted soon if you're interested in that. And then I also have all of my other online classes and local classes that are still ongoing right now. So I posted just earlier today my All About Love class. You can pick from the framed art and or the cards. And I always do my classes where you pay a flat fee for the kit, or it's free with an order. So if you're interested in that, send me a private message and I can let you know the cost. I don't want to have to get into it right now, but I have about 3 or 4 kits of each one of those left. So if it's something that you're interested in, let me know. Local gals, we had to reschedule bingo, our local bingo from January. It is going to be February 20th, and if you can start to register for that, let me know if you're going to come. I'd appreciate it, because it takes me a while to make sure I have enough people and that I have what I need to be able to order the prizes. Online bingo gals, I'm looking at offering an online bingo the end of February, and so I will be messaging some of you shortly to let you guys know what dates might work for that for you guys. So anyway, I think that's all I have in the way of announcements. Oh, one more announcement. There's one more punch that's going to be going on what they call inorderable status, because it is also a very popular punch. So if it's something that you wanted, I encourage you guys to get it ASAP. And it is the Cake Builder Punch. So I'm going to hold it up here, but it is basically the punch on page 18 of our Occasions catalog. Coordinates with this stamp set and punches everything out. So if that's something that you guys have been wanting, I encourage you guys to get that sooner than later, because that's going to be able to not be ordered in a while. They're going to deplete their inventory of that fairly soon. But I can tell you that punch will be available in our annual catalog, so you'll still be able to get it. It's just that it's going to go on back order. If things go on back order for too long, Stampin' Up puts them into an inorderable status. It's just easier than having it be on back order until they know for when it's going to come back in. So anyway, that's what I wanted to let you guys know on that. So with that, let me talk to you a little bit about, first of all, I got to show you my awesome little journal that I'm using. My friend Terry makes these awesome little journals, and so I've been using it to put all my notes in to talk to you guys. So I love it. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight is some awesome projects that I made last weekend. So some of you who were at the event that I was a vendor at a scrapbook retreat in Shepherd, Michigan, and it was a fundraiser for the Friends of the Library there in the village of Shepherd. And so some of you got to see a sneak peek of some of these projects that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. But I had a lot of fun playing with my Beauty Abounds stamp set and the coordinating framelits. And the 2 framelits that I used a lot are these 2 right here. And so I'm going to take lots of time to kind of show you. I've made about, oh gosh, 6 or 7 cards using this stamp set. I'm going to show you how I use the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. Nicole, the table's shaking a little too much. Sorry, if you guys know the camera's moving, and Nicole is stamping on the other end of the table, making some kits for me, and she's stamping really good to make sure we get a good stamped image. And so I noticed that the thing was moving a little bit, so I apologize.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, so with that, I'm going to transition my camera down to my table, and I'm going to share with you some of the projects that I've made, talk to you about our multi-purpose adhesive sheets that make these framelits amazing to glue down. And then my final project is a cute little 3D box that I actually shared a sneak peek of earlier, so that you guys can have the directions on how I made that and everything. So with that, I am going to transition my camera down, and let's share some cute projects with you all. So yes, Nicole normally comes over some Thursdays. So Nicole is my daughter-in-law. Most of you know that I have a son who got married about a year ago, and they live down the road from us. They are renting a house right down the road. So she comes to my house and helps me out on Thursday nights, most Thursdays. Some Thursdays she can't, but it's nice to have a buddy here to help me get ready for these lives, because sometimes I really think that I need to have somebody helping me with them and making sure that I'm not cutting my head off like I did 2 weeks in a row. But you guys are awesome. You bear with me and stick with me, so I appreciate that. And so she does all of my to-go kits. So all of you that get any card kits or scrapbook kits in the mail, Robin helps me with some of them too. But Robin helps me more with other things. I've got lots of helpers. I couldn't do it without my helpers. But she does a lot of the kits for people who are my long distance club members. So she comes over, hangs out with me, and we have lots of fun. So, and yes, if you guys are asking, did I get her into this? Absolutely I did. What kind of a mother-in-law would I be if I didn't? Okay, so these are some of the cards that I'm going to share with you tonight. And I love them. So let me actually pull some of these to the side and show you guys first. Most of you that follow me know that I did a video. I'm going to actually zoom in here a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, you guys are already liking my cards. I love it. Love it. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see them even better. So these are the cards that I shared with you on my YouTube video, that video that I did earlier this week. Every Tuesday I do a Terrific Tuesday video, and I focused in on these two cards, and aren't they gorgeous? So what I used, again, there's no sentiments on these cards whatsoever. And first I want to show you Rhinestone Bling. Look at the difference those two cards make by just adding in some rhinestones to these butterflies. What I like about these butterfly thinlits is that it's great for an all occasion card, because these cards are something that you could send for a sympathy card, thank you, birthday, thinking of you, just about anything. And the neat thing is this bundle sells for, I think it's $55.75. So you're over that $50 threshold. Hi, Mary. And I think Beth is out there, and boy, love you guys for following me and watching me tonight. But the neat thing about these framelits is that they coordinate so well together, and it makes for a very quick and simple card. So if you were to purchase this bundle for $55.75, you can pick a free item from the celebration brochure. Nicole, behind you, can you get my little note about ordering? Thank you. And what you can get from the celebration brochure then is the foil that I used on these cards. Now this foil, I have only a half of a piece of the lovely lipstick, but this is the lovely lipstick foil. So that is what you see bedazzling on this card right here. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we also have the Grapefruit Grove, which in different light looks different colors. And I want to make sure I show you guys this card up close and personal as well, and do the same thing with it. Can you see how it just gives you different looks based on how you you move it? Isn't that gorgeous? So it almost gives it some green hues, some purple hues. This is gorgeous. So what I've been really promoting this week, and I know I've had a handful of you take advantage of it, is if you purchase this bundle, you can get with your free celebration choice these lovely lipstick and Grapefruit Grove foil sheets, and I think you get like 4 or 5 sheets to each one, so you get like 10 sheets of foil, more than what you would get if you were to buy our silver or our gold. And the framelits, let me kind of share with you the framelits a little bit and how these framelits work. So these framelits are the main two that I use. Let me find a piece of paper that I can put behind this so that you guys can see it a little bit better. So these are the framelits that I used, and you have one that is more detailed and one that is more of your solid background. So this right here is the one that I used for my solid, and this is the one that I used for the black to make it a little bit more detailed. Now when I ran these through the Big Shot, I used our Big Shot brush. So if you do not have our Big Shot brush and mat yet, I'm going to encourage you to consider getting it, because what I did is I ran these through the Big Shot, and a lot of people have asked me, are they cutting out okay for you? And they absolutely are cutting out just fine for me. But what I did is I ran it through the Big Shot, then ran it back through. I did it 3 times. So went through, back, and then went through 3 different times. And what I did, so I'm just going to show you. So pretend this one is right here. So after you run it through the Big Shot, your thinlet sticks to the cardstock or whatever it is that you're cutting out. And then what you do is you set it on top of your Big Shot foam. This is your Big Shot brush. It all comes together. And all you do is you run it across here. And what that does is it will take out almost all of these little pieces for you to save you having to pick them all out. And I love that because then it, it saves your time having to pick them all out. It's just an awesome, awesome tool. So if you do not have, I think it's like $11 or $12, but I love it. And you actually get 2 of these foams because they will get kind of prickly and all used up from, your Big Shot brush hitting it as you run across there. But I love that Big Shot brush. It has saved me a lot of time this week in working with my projects. The other thing I want to share with you, and again, if any of you follow my YouTube videos, I know this is going to be an overshare, but I really think it's important that I share this part with you guys because in our annual catalog, we have what we are calling our adhesive sheets. You get 10 of these sheets for $12. Now these sheets are bigger. This one I have cut down. But these sheets they're I think about maybe 6 by 12. And what I did, this is one that I actually used to cut out. So what you're gonna do, whatever piece it is that you wanna cut your framelit out of, you're gonna cut a piece of this adhesive paper the same size. So I would cut this the exact same size. And then what you do is you peel this off, and there's your sticky stuff. I'm not sure if you can see the sticky stuff. And then you're just gonna adhere your piece of cardstock or paper down to that adhesive, okay? And then after it's adhered, so this one's already adhered, I ran it through the Big Shot, so you can see there's my pattern piece, did the whole Big Shot brush, and then because I have this backing on it, this is already sticky. So all I did was, you can see it's sticky. So that puts adhesive on every single piece of that cutout without having to use our liquid, having to use our liquid glue or anything. It's pretty awesome. And yet, no, the brush does not scratch the foil at all. It's amazing. And like I said, it's a must-have, as are these multi-purpose sheets, because it saves a lot of time in having to put all that glue onto this. And what I like about it, I'm gonna bring in another card. This is the actually very first card that I made before I went to the foil options. This is using the Lovely Lipstick as a choice, but look how it's glued this down perfect. I mean, it's not coming up. That is all glued down because I used those multi-purpose adhesive sheets. Can you guys see how awesome that has glued down? So, and I don't think that, the sheets themselves in the catalog don't really give you much explanation how to use them. I think you really need to have an explanation to be able to understand how they work. But this is another card that I created. Now I will be offering this as a class probably in February or March as a to-go class. I probably will include some of those multi-purpose adhesive sheets in the class as well. But I know some of you have already taken advantage of this amazing bundle. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this one. Our friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things. So, and that is a sentiment from the stamp set. So let me bring in the stamp set, because I'm going to then share with you some cards that I used creating the stamp set. Now, if you're thinking I have plenty of sentiments and all I really need is those framelits, that's okay. But I'm telling you, these framelits, I probably will not be getting rid of them. My biggest, when people ask me for cards and they want to buy cards, the biggest cards that I get asked for a lot is for sympathy cards, and I think this is going to be a beautiful sympathy card. So it's just something quick and simple to have, to pull out, to be able to do. So anyway, the next card that I'm going to share with you is this beautiful yellow one. So this yellow and black one right here does indeed use the stamp set. So I used these two stamps right here. Actually, I just used the one on this one. I used this little bubble one right here because it gave me just a little bit of a background to this, if you can see the background there on that. And what I did on this card is I actually cut those butterfly framelits apart. And I actually have two that I cut out in advance, and gonna want to be able to show you how they layer together. So let me bring in, again, this piece of paper. We're gonna be making something with that paper, which is why it's here. But I wanted to share with you how simple these two go together. So again, you have, this is the one right here, the black one that I used with this framelit, just to kind of show you how easy it is to tell the difference. And this is the one right here that I used with the yellow, okay? So the yellow one gives you more detailed or more solid images. The black one's more of your detailed, intricate one. And I wanted to show you how these, whoops, I don't want to break it on me. See how detailed it is and delicate? There we go. And what I wanted to show you is how these two layered together. So when I had adhesive on them, I didn't on these for the sake of showing you, but when you have adhesive on them, all I did is I lined up the edge and started right in the bottom part, and those antennae are going to line up perfectly on top of each other. And I kind of just continued along the lines of lining them up, but it goes together perfectly. But can you see where those adhesive sheets are going to be nice? Otherwise, you're going to run into the risk of having this, you know, not stick down very good. So especially when you're doing a double layering, I think those adhesive sheets are a must. Now, what I did on this card is I actually cut the pieces all apart. So I actually only used, let me get this piece of cardstock out of here now. I only actually used the big one, the big butterfly, and then these two little ones. So I could use the butterfly up here and this one on a different project if I really wanted to. So you can see where there's some good versatility in that, because you don't have to use it the way it's designed to be used. You can change it up and add it and change it any way that you would like to. Now this one, I did not use the multi-purpose sheets for a reason. I wanted to show you guys that you could also bring these wings up and give it a little bit of detail if you wanted to, like it's a flying butterfly. So I glued the yellow one down completely and then just adhered some glue dots to the middle of the body and did the same on this one up here as well. Again, topped it off with rhinestones. I love the bling. I think the bling just kind of really sets that apart. Isn't that a gorgeous card? The next one that I want to share with you uses more of the stamp set. So I like to be able to show you guys, and this one I did not put any rhinestones on, just to kind of show you that you can keep it plain and have it still be beautiful. This one I actually used this stamps right here, and I used this little, like a little sand one, and I just kind of stamped around the outer edges of it, put the sand one behind it. This one I did not use the adhesive sheets either. I simply left it so it would kind of be up like that. And isn't that beautiful? Just the two-tone purple. So this is the new Highland Heather, and I use the Concord grape, gorgeous grape. Concord grape is grape juice that we drink. I'm sorry, you guys. Those are the two colors that I used on that card. Again, you know, this right here, you could easily say, with sympathy, thinking of you, get well. You could really make that into any kind of a card that you would like to. The next one that I did is similar to the purple one, but it incorporates in a little bit more coloring and a little bit more. This one I actually used some pearls on. So it's kind of the same concept, only I did not use black. You could tell that I was really drawn to the black. I loved using the black. This one uses the I think it's the Blushing Bride with our new Mary Merlot, and again stamping the outer edge using a blender pen, did a little bit of coloring, added a few pearls to that. Again, a simply beautiful card. I don't think you can go wrong with butterflies and flowers for any kind of an all occasion card. I really don't think you can go wrong. The last card that I'm going to share with you is showing you how to use some vellum. So this one's a totally different look. Can you see how this just is it's just totally different? I only used the one framelit. So I only used the one that is, in the previous ones was the colored ones. And what I did is I took a piece of vellum. So let me get my vellum. I do have a piece here that I want to share with you. So with this one, this would be like the mat on your card. So your card here is your normal 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So your card base is your normal size. I then cut a piece of Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 4. And then I cut a piece of vellum that was also 5 1/4 by 4. And then I took some of and I left this one open so that you guys could kind of see that it's not a lot of color. The white really pulls the color out. But I took a sponge and I sponged onto the vellum. I used our Balmy Blue and I used our Seafoam, or something green, Seafoam, soft Seafoam I think it's called. New color as well. And I sponged half of it blue, half of it the green color, and simply adhered this directly onto there. Again, I used glue dots, so this is not going to be down completely. And I used a glue dot in all 4 corners to glue that down. This one I had pulled up for you guys to be able to see. This is the white flask ribbon that is, I think it's also on back order to the middle of February. And then I put the For You sentiment on there. But wouldn't that be a pretty wedding card or a shower card? So you can kind of see how you can dial this up to make it a little bit more intricate for whatever event it is that you might need a card for, which is what I love about this, because, you know, it doesn't have to be just for a specific event. So love that as well. Okay, and again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them if I can. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the vellum card. I do too, and you can see that this look is completely different. Let me bring in one of these foils, but look at the total different look you get between these 2 cards. And it's just from, you know, changing this one to be more subtle. So this would be more like for a spring event, spring, summer event. And this could pretty much be all the time, but totally 2 different looks using the identical framelits. So stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. So the next project that I want to share with you. Now, first of all, before I share my last project, I want to tell you guys about my ordering special. So, and it's not, I have to cross this one thing out because last week I didn't change my sheet, but I want to tell you guys what it is. So my ordering promotion for tonight, this is through the, through Sunday night at 8 o'clock, is if you put in a $30 order, you will get to receive one of my cards for free using this awesome foil stuff. And you're going to also get all of the supplies to make this final project that I'm going to share with you. You guys ready to see it? Ta-da! It's a cute little shadow box that I made using some of these awesome butterflies and foil as well. So the box will not actually be all made for you. You'll have to put it together, but you're going to be have the directions how. I will have the cardstock all cut and scored for you. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? So can you see it's like a little shadow box? I'm hoping that by me moving it around, you guys can see that. And I'm going to also be doing a YouTube video on this because I know that I'm going to show you guys how to do it tonight, but you might not always know where to go back and know which Facebook Live video replay to watch, but I'll be doing a YouTube video on this as well. So anybody who puts in a minimum $30 order with me tonight through Sunday, you will receive one of these cards and all the supplies to make this little box as well. If you take your order to $50, you will be able to get a free celebration item, and then you'll be able to have some of that vellum, not vellum, some of those foil sheets for yourself. Okay, so you guys ready to learn how to make this awesome little box? It looks difficult, but it's really, really not. And again, I'll be doing a YouTube video on this in a little while, probably a couple weeks, for you guys to be able to have for reference of making this down the road. Also, if you're going to be doing any shopping from now till Sunday, my website's kimsbasementbunch.com, and I have this host code right here, but if there's the same host code is right at the very top of my website. So if you must use this host code to get my free class or my free projects, okay? But this host code is also listed at the very top of my page as well. So okay, with that, let me bring in what we need. Now, I'm hoping I don't make too many mistakes, you guys, because you remember that I'm live, so I can't edit this video, but I did this a couple days ago, and I refreshed my memory right before I went live. So let's hope I get this right. Okay, so we are going to be starting with a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and we are going to need to cut it down to 11 by 11. So I think I need to do that first. So let me make sure that I didn't do this one already, because I don't want, nope, I didn't. So I'm just going to be taking 1 inch off of each side of this. So you do need a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. You're going to cut 1 inch off on both sides. It has to be 11 by 11. And then you're going to be doing lots of scoring, okay? Lots and lots and lots of scoring. So what you're going to do, and make sure you put the cut blade all the way to the bottom, because you don't want to accidentally cut your cardstock. But we are going to be scoring this at 3/4 of an inch. That's the hardest one, because you got to make sure you get it in there, and you got to kind of get it right on that line where the edge of this trimmer goes. So we're going to score this at 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to move it along to 1.5, and we're going to score it again. And then we're going to move it along to 2 1/4. So basically I'm moving this 3/4 of an inch each time. And then the final one is 3. So I have 4 different score lines. I don't know if you guys can see them here. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides of your cardstock. When you do that, yours will look like this right here. So you got lots of score lines. Can you see them all? All on 4 sides. Then what you're going to do is on 2 sides, it doesn't matter which 2, just pick 2 that are adjacent from each other. And what you're going to do is you're going to need to score. Make sure you guys can see I've got 2 additional little score lines here. And that's what we have to do on 2 sides. We have to make these little score lines. So what you're going to do is you're going to then on one side, so we stopped at 3. Remember our last score line that went all the way down was at 3. So we're going to move it to 3 1/4, an additional 3/4 of an inch. And all we're going to do is score it to the second score line. Okay? And then I'm going to move it down to 7 1/4. So it's 3/4 of an inch from this side, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, okay? Now you're going to do that on both sides. So there's 2 additional little score lines on the sides. Okay, and again, I'll be doing a YouTube video on this, so don't fret if I've lost you too much yet. I'll definitely be sharing with you guys how to do this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to want the side that has the 2 additional score lines on your left and right, okay? And what you're going to do is you are now going to cut up on the other 2 sides all the way up to that 4-inch line. Or that, sorry, those 4 lines that you scored. So I'm cutting up all the way on this side and on this side. So I want to welcome all of you that are new this week, and I want to thank all of you who invited new people to join my Facebook group. I'm always looking to share what I love with new people, and so I can tell you right now, we have until Sunday night to keep on doing that. But I can tell you guys right now that, again, you can invite as many people as you want. They have to accept the invitation, and when they accept the invitation, I can tell by my new member list who invited them. Penny, you are in the lead right now. So anyway, but don't give up, guys. Keep on inviting people. You have until Sunday night, and one person is going to win $50 in a free product. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you look down on my page after my Facebook Live, don't do it now. I want you guys to watch me now. But I posted yesterday, if you invited anyone to come and join our page, you have to invite them. They have to accept the invitation that one person was going to be able to get a $50 shopping spree. So right now, Penny, you are leading that. Thank you so much to everyone, though, who has shared. So, okay, so now you kind of see what I've done so far. Not too much, but anyway. So now we're going to do some cutting on the other side. What we're going to do is we are going to cut up to those 2-inch score lines that I did. And then we're going to cut at an angle over to the other one, to the diagonal. And then up to here to cut that off. So basically we've made a little funnel. So you're going to be able to watch me do that 3 more times. So we're going to cut up to that 2-inch mark that I made. You're going to cut from there to a diagonal over to the other score line, up the final one to cut that piece off. So far so good, I'm hoping. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Up the score line that I created, diagonal, and I'm going to cut this off. And then finally on this one, up to this little mark, say it with me, guys, diagonal, diagonal, and then I'm going to cut straight up to cut this piece off as well. So now we have this unique shaped little piece of cardstock. From there, we are going to be doing some adhesiving. We're going to do some, you're going to fold on all of these. So I'm starting with the 2 that do not have any kind of the funnel look, the 2 straight edged. And what we're going to do is we are going to fold these all up like so. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure you, get a really good fold on those. You want a really good fold. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to be gluing them up like that. Can you guys see that right there? So not hard at all. So I'm using Fast Fuse. Now Fast Fuse, as you guys know, we don't have it anymore. And my Fast Fuse was actually starting to come apart a little bit. So I would definitely encourage you guys to use tear and tape on this. But for the purpose of doing this video, I wanted to make it, so that it wouldn't be too long. Bear with me, guys. I got to make sure I know what I'm doing. And then I'm putting adhesive on the right spot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on this part right here, as far down to that line as we can. I'm going to bring it up to the camera and show you. So you want adhesive on the very bottom of this edge, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to flip this over, flip it over, and look it. There you have one edge of your little box. So I'm going to do it again on this side. So we're going to fold, and you want to make sure again that you get these really good folds. Now I'm just folding it in half. Okay, so I'm skipping one, I'm folding it in half, and I don't know, I did that part kind of fast. I'm putting adhesive on really close to that first score line mark, and I'm just going to fold this up and over and then pull it back up. Okay, you guys with me so far? Isn't that so cool? I just love it. So next we're going to do the same thing here, and I probably should have folded these score lines before I glued it all up. So I apologize, you guys. I should have folded these and gotten a really good crisp fold there, but I got excited to start sharing with you. And this one's going to be done the exact same way, and it just gets folded up and it fits right in there like that. You see that? So this one needs a little bit more adhesive. I actually found it nice to put a little bit of adhesive right on the ends of these because it kind of helps hold that up. I found that it helps to put some adhesive on this end right here and this end over here. And then again on the exact same fold that we did last time. Okay, whoops, it needs a little bit more. Oops, all right. So from there, we just fold this up and over. I'm hoping that you guys can see on the video, okay? And you want to get that over on top and secured in really good. And look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just so cool? So again, if you guys are interested in having, I'll be doing a YouTube video on this so that you guys have it for future reference. It is very easy to do. It is not hard at all. I thought it was going to be hard too when I first started to do this and realized that it's not at all. I think that the important thing is that you really need to have some good adhesive, okay? It's definitely going to fall apart if you do not use some good adhesive. And I find again that putting that little bit of adhesive on the very top ends of this works really, really nice. And then along on this little edge here, and this little edge here, and then again on the same first tab really close down to that score line, and you just fold this up. I hope you guys can see this okay. I hope I'm in the camera good enough. You're just going to fold this up because it's kind of hard to be this far away to tuck it in there, but I'm thinking I'm doing okay. And it just folds right together. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that adorable? Adorable. And then what I did is I cut a piece of designer series paper, 3.5 by 3.5. Fits perfectly inside this little frame. Now you could also put a picture in there if you wanted of like your grandkids or something like that. But I instead used one of these framelets. So I cut out an entire one of these and I layered all of them in here. So basically this is the big one. I'm not sure if you guys can see this very good, but there's 3 layered together. So I put all of them together. This one is not on there the greatest, but you have the big one, a medium sized one, and a little one, all with dimensionals to give it some good dimensional look in there. And then I put one here and one here on the bottom. And so isn't that cute to give to a friend? I just think that that is a wonderful little cute project. And it's pretty steady. This one I need to glue a little bit better because I did not put adhesive up here on the top, which is what made me realize that my second one that I did, I needed to do it on the top. But this one's not going to fall apart because I did that with that. But it is such a nice little project, nice little gift to give someone. You know, I can see my girls giving these as Christmas gifts next year with pictures of them in it because it's so cute. So we're just going to adhere this glue in, or that little piece in there, and there you have it. A cute and simple project. And yes, I am definitely going to be doing a YouTube video on this because I know it's a lot to remember on a Facebook Live. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Sharon says I'm doing a good job, so that's good. Sometimes when I do 3D projects, I get a little challenged just because I'm worried about screwing up, and then you guys are really going to be messed up if I mess up. But I loved making this project. It was so fun, and you could change the dimensions and make it with different, you know, if you wanted to do like a welcome, like a little welcome banner to put like in your house or something like that. But I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it is a great, little gift to give someone, and a nice little sturdy box, actually. So anyway, those are the projects that I had to share with you all tonight, and I'm not going to take the time to finish that one off because I think you guys get the gist of how I did that. But again, any $30 order that you place tonight through Sunday will get you all of the supplies, or actually will get you the supplies to make this little box. Basically, you will get your piece of paper cut and scored, so all you have to do is put it together, and you'll also get a beautiful little card like this. And if you take your order to $50, and you will be able to get this foil, so you can make some of these beautiful cards as well. You know, if you buy the bundle, it's $55, and you will be able to, like I said, get that foil and make some of these awesome projects all on your own. So anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed all of my cards, all of my projects that I shared with you tonight. I will be looking at all of your comments after I say goodnight to all of you and commenting on them. If you have questions, make sure you let me know, but I will be happy to help you guys. And I hope that you guys really consider those adhesive sheets, especially if you're one of the people that really likes everything glued down. Those adhesive sheets are pretty phenomenal, pretty amazing. So anyway, thank you all so very much for stopping by tonight. Next week, I'm thinking about showcasing for you out of the catalog I think it's called the filigree, the Florentine filigree stamp set and bundle, and I'll be showing you a little bit of how to use the Stamparatus to use that bundle. If there's anything that you guys would like to see me use, please let me know. If I have it, and I have a lot, but if I have it, I'd be happy to showcase projects using that. I really want all of my Facebook Lives to be something that you enjoy, that you learn from, and teaches you how to use new products and helps you become even more creative in your paper crafting skills and abilities. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope that you had a good time, and I look forward to seeing you all back here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, everyone, and have a good night.